Have you ever thought that your acts of kindness might be hurting you more than helping? It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? We often believe that helping others is a noble deed, one that brings joy and fulfillment. But what if I told you that there's a darker side to being kind? A side where your selflessness might actually be leading you to self-sabotage. In this video, we're going to explore the shadowy depths of kindness and uncover 8 surprising ways it can harm you. Stick with me till the end, and you'll discover insights that might just change the way you think about helping others. Now, let's dive in. Kindness is often seen as a universal virtue. From a young age, we're taught that being kind to others is the right thing to do. Acts of kindness are celebrated and rewarded, and for good reason. They build stronger communities, foster empathy, and create bonds between people. However, what we seldom consider is that even the most positive traits can have their pitfalls. While kindness can open doors and create connections, it can also lead us down a path where we neglect our own well-being. The dark side of kindness isn't about the act itself but about how it's practiced and the consequences it can bring when taken to extremes. In this video, we'll explore how the very trait we hold in such high regard can sometimes work against us, leading to unexpected and often damaging outcomes. Now, let's delve deeper into these 8 ways that kindness can turn into self-sabotage. 1. Forgetting yourself. One of the most common ways kindness can lead to self-sabotage is when we forget ourselves in the process of helping others. This form of self-neglect often starts innocently. You might find yourself staying late at work to help a colleague, skipping meals to take care of a friend in need, or sacrificing your personal time to volunteer. These acts, while noble, can gradually erode your own well-being if not kept in check. Imagine a glass of water. Every time you help someone, you pour a little out. If you don't take the time to refill your glass, eventually, you'll have nothing left to give. Prioritizing others constantly can lead to physical exhaustion, emotional burnout, and a sense of feeling overwhelmed. Your own needs and desires take a back seat, and before you know it, you're running on empty. Furthermore, this self-neglect can impact your relationships and overall happiness. When you're always putting others first, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what you need to thrive. Over time, this can lead to resentment and frustration, not just towards others, but towards yourself for allowing it to happen. You might even start to feel that your worth is solely tied to how much you can give, creating a cycle of self-sacrifice that's hard to break. It's crucial to remember that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. By taking care of your own needs first, you ensure that you're in a better position to help others effectively. Think of it like the safety instructions on an airplane: put your own oxygen mask on before assisting others. This way, you're stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to offer genuine, sustainable support to those around you. 2. Accepting the unacceptable. Another insidious way kindness can backfire is when it leads us to accept the unacceptable. Often, in our desire to be kind and understanding, we may find ourselves tolerating behaviors and situations that are harmful to us. This might manifest in various forms, such as staying in toxic relationships, allowing colleagues to take advantage of our goodwill, or enduring unfair treatment because we don't want to cause conflict. Think about a time when you bit your tongue to avoid hurting someone's feelings, even though they were in the wrong. While it's natural to avoid confrontation, constantly suppressing your feelings and accepting mistreatment can erode your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. Over time, this can create a pattern where you become a magnet for people who exploit your kindness, knowing you won't stand up for yourself. In relationships, whether personal or professional, setting boundaries is crucial. Without clear boundaries, you risk becoming a doormat, someone who is taken for granted and whose needs are overlooked. It's important to recognize that being kind doesn't mean you have to tolerate disrespect or mistreatment. True kindness includes being kind to yourself, which means asserting your needs and standing up for what is right. Accepting the unacceptable can also lead to emotional and psychological stress. Continually suppressing your true feelings to keep the peace can result in a buildup of unresolved anger and resentment. This internal conflict can manifest in various ways, such as anxiety, depression, or even physical health issues. Your mind and body are interconnected, and enduring toxic situations can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. The key is to practice assertive kindness. This means being compassionate and understanding, but also firm and resolute about your own boundaries. It's about finding the balance between giving to others and protecting your own space and dignity. By doing so, you not only safeguard your mental and emotional health but also model healthy behavior for others, encouraging mutual respect and understanding. Now that we've delved into the first two ways kindness can turn into self-sabotage, it's crucial to reflect on how this information can transform your approach to relationships and self-care. If you're finding value in these insights and want to continue exploring how to lead a more balanced and fulfilling life, I invite you to become a part of our community. By subscribing to this channel, you'll gain access to more content that empowers you to make positive changes, not just in how you treat others, but in how you treat yourself. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us grow and continue providing valuable content that can help you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and compassion. Additionally, if you found this discussion helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Your support allows us to reach more people who could benefit from these insights. Remember, taking the time to understand and implement these concepts can lead to a more balanced, healthier approach to kindness. 3. Avoiding conflicts. The third way that kindness can lead to self-sabotage is through the avoidance of conflicts. Many of us equate kindness with harmony, and in our efforts to maintain peace, we often steer clear of confrontations. While it might seem like a good idea to avoid conflict, doing so consistently can have serious repercussions. Consider the times when you've bitten your tongue to keep the peace, avoiding necessary discussions because you feared upsetting someone. While this may maintain a superficial sense of calm, it often leads to unresolved issues festering beneath the surface. Avoiding conflicts can prevent the healthy expression of emotions and the resolution of misunderstandings, ultimately damaging relationships rather than preserving them. When you avoid conflict, you might be sparing someone else's feelings, but at the expense of your own. This pattern can lead to resentment and frustration, as your needs and concerns go unaddressed. Over time, this can erode your self-respect and cause a rift in relationships, as the other person remains unaware of the impact of their actions. Moreover, avoiding conflict can hinder personal and professional growth. Constructive disagreements and discussions are essential for progress and innovation. By sidestepping conflicts, you might miss out on opportunities to assert your ideas, stand up for yourself, and contribute meaningfully. This can limit your potential and keep you stuck in situations that are less than ideal. To break this cycle, it's important to embrace assertiveness. Assertiveness doesn't mean being aggressive or confrontational, it means expressing your thoughts and feelings honestly and respectfully. It involves standing up for your needs and boundaries while remaining open to dialogue and compromise. By practicing assertiveness, you can address conflicts head-on and foster healthier, more authentic relationships. Conflict, when handled correctly, can lead to deeper understanding and stronger bonds. It allows all parties involved to air their grievances, find common ground, and move forward with a clearer, mutual understanding. Remember, being kind doesn't mean you have to avoid conflict, it means approaching conflicts with empathy and a willingness to resolve them constructively. 4. Overloading yourself. The fourth way kindness can lead to self-sabotage is by overloading yourself. Many kind-hearted individuals have a hard time saying no. They take on more and more responsibilities in an effort to help others, often at the expense of their own well-being. While the intention behind this is noble, the consequences can be quite detrimental. When you consistently agree to help with every request, you spread yourself too thin. This can lead to chronic stress and burnout, as you struggle to juggle too many tasks and meet everyone's expectations. It's like trying to keep multiple plates spinning at once, eventually, some are bound to fall. Overloading yourself can also impact the quality of your work and the help you provide. When you have too much on your plate, you might not be able to give your best effort to any one task. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and disappointment, both from yourself and those you're trying to help. It becomes a vicious cycle where your attempts to be helpful actually result in less effective assistance and greater personal strain. Moreover, constantly overloading yourself can take a toll on your physical health. Stress-related conditions such as headaches, high blood pressure, and sleep disturbances are common among those who overcommit. Your body can only handle so much before it starts to show signs of strain, and ignoring these signals can lead to more serious health issues over time. It's essential to recognize the importance of setting boundaries. Learning to say no when you're at capacity is not a failure of kindness but a necessary act of self-care. By prioritizing your own needs, you ensure that when you do offer help, it's genuine and effective. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself first allows you to be a better support to others. Delegation is another key aspect of avoiding overload. Understand that you don't have to do everything yourself. Trusting others to take on responsibilities can lighten your load and give you the space to focus on what truly matters. It's a way of sharing the burden and ensuring that tasks are managed more effectively. In essence, true kindness includes being kind to yourself. By managing your commitments wisely and taking care of your own health and well-being, you become more capable of offering meaningful and sustainable support to those around you. 5. Ignoring internal warnings. The fifth way kindness can turn into self-sabotage is by ignoring your internal warnings. Our intuition and gut feelings serve as important guides, alerting us when something isn't right. However, in the name of kindness, we often override these internal alarms, leading to decisions that aren't in our best interest. Consider the times you've had a nagging feeling that something was off but chose to ignore it to avoid hurting someone's feelings or to maintain harmony. These internal warnings are there for a reason. They protect us from harm and guide us toward healthier choices. When you disregard these signals, you risk putting yourself in situations that can be emotionally, mentally, or even physically damaging. Ignoring internal warnings can lead to poor decision-making. For instance, you might agree to help someone even when you're already overwhelmed, or you might stay silent about your discomfort in a situation where speaking up is crucial. Over time, consistently ignoring these warnings can erode your self-trust. You may begin to doubt your own judgment and feel increasingly uncertain about your decisions. Moreover, not listening to your internal cues can make you susceptible to manipulation. Those with less honorable intentions can sense when someone is likely to ignore their own needs for the sake of others. This can lead to being taken advantage of, as manipulative individuals exploit your tendency to prioritize their needs over your own instincts. It's important to recognize that your intuition is a powerful tool for self-preservation. Cultivating self-awareness and learning to trust your gut feelings can help you navigate relationships and situations more effectively. When something feels wrong, it's okay to pause and reconsider your actions. Giving yourself permission to listen to and act on your internal warnings is a crucial step in protecting your well-being. To balance kindness with self-preservation, practice mindfulness. Take moments throughout your day to check in with yourself and assess how you're feeling. Are there any internal warnings you've been ignoring? What is your body telling you? By staying attuned to your internal signals, you can make more informed and healthier decisions. Remember, being kind doesn't mean you have to ignore your own needs and warnings. It's about finding a balance where you can offer support and compassion to others while also honoring and trusting yourself. By doing so, you create a more authentic and sustainable way of being kind. 6. Emotional dependence. The sixth way that kindness can lead to self-sabotage is through the development of emotional dependence. When you make it a habit to be constantly available and overly accommodating to others, you may inadvertently foster a reliance on their approval and validation. This can erode your sense of self and lead to a dependency on others for your emotional well-being. Emotional dependence often starts subtly. You might feel good about yourself when you help others and receive positive feedback. However, over time, this can grow into a need for constant affirmation. You might find yourself going out of your way to be kind and helpful, not just out of genuine compassion, but because you crave the positive reinforcement that comes with it. This dependence can have several negative consequences. Firstly, it can lead to a loss of autonomy. When your self-worth is tied to the approval of others, you may make choices based on what you think will please them rather than what is best for you. This can prevent you from pursuing your own goals and interests, and lead to a life that feels unfulfilling and inauthentic. Moreover, emotional dependence can create unhealthy dynamics in your relationships. When you rely too heavily on others for your emotional needs, it can place a strain on those relationships. People may feel overwhelmed by your constant need for validation or may even take advantage of your dependence. This can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration on both sides. To break free from emotional dependence, it's important to build a strong sense of self. This means recognizing your own worth independent of others' opinions. Engage in activities that you enjoy and that fulfill you, and take time to reflect on your own needs and desires. Building a robust self-identity can help you feel more confident and less reliant on external validation. Setting healthy boundaries is also crucial. Understand that it's okay to say no and to prioritize your own well-being. By doing so, you create space for more balanced and respectful relationships. This doesn't mean you stop being kind, rather, it means you practice kindness in a way that doesn't compromise your own emotional health. Additionally, cultivating a supportive inner dialogue can help. Be mindful of how you talk to yourself and work on developing a positive and affirming internal voice. When you feel the urge to seek validation from others, pause and try to provide that reassurance to yourself first. This can strengthen your emotional resilience and reduce your dependence on external sources of affirmation. Remember, true kindness starts with being kind to yourself. By nurturing your own emotional independence, you can offer genuine support to others from a place of strength and self-assurance. As we continue to uncover the hidden pitfalls of excessive kindness, it's essential to take steps toward personal growth and self-care. If you've been resonating with the points discussed so far and feel the need to dive deeper into understanding and overcoming these challenges, I have something that can truly help you. I've created a comprehensive personal development guide that addresses the very issues we're talking about today. This guide is designed to help you break free from the patterns of self-sabotage, find your inner peace, and build a more balanced approach to kindness. It's filled with practical tips, reflective exercises, and valuable insights that can transform your life. You can access this guide right now by clicking on the first comment pinned below. Investing in this guide is a step towards empowering yourself, ensuring that your kindness benefits not just others, but you as well. By taking this action, you're committing to a journey of self-discovery and growth that can lead to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Remember, self-improvement is an ongoing journey, and having the right tools and support can make all the difference. Don't miss out on this opportunity to enhance your well-being and unlock your full potential. 7. Avoiding self-development. The seventh way that kindness can lead to self-sabotage is by avoiding self-development. When you focus all your energy on helping others, you may neglect your own growth and personal development. This often stems from a desire to be constantly available for others, leaving little time or energy to invest in yourself. Consider how much time you spend on activities aimed at pleasing or assisting others compared to the time you dedicate to your own growth. Whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a hobby, or furthering your education, these activities are crucial for your personal development. However, when you're overly kind, these priorities often get pushed aside. This avoidance of self-development can lead to stagnation. You might find yourself stuck in the same place, both personally and professionally, because you're not investing in the growth opportunities that come your way. This stagnation can cause feelings of dissatisfaction and frustration, as you watch others advance while you remain in the same position. Moreover, avoiding self-development can diminish your sense of self-worth. Personal growth is closely linked to our sense of achievement and self-esteem. When you neglect this aspect of your life, you might start feeling inadequate or unfulfilled. Your life becomes centered around the needs and successes of others, making it hard to recognize and celebrate your own accomplishments. To overcome this, it's important to carve out time for yourself. Set aside dedicated time each day or week to focus on your interests and goals. This could be anything from reading a book, taking a course, exercising, or simply spending time on a hobby you love. Prioritizing self-development doesn't mean you stop being kind to others, it means you also show kindness to yourself by nurturing your own growth. Another key aspect is setting boundaries. Learn to say no when necessary, and don't feel guilty about it. Understand that by investing in yourself, you're actually becoming a better version of yourself, which ultimately benefits everyone around you. When you grow, you bring more to the table in all your interactions and relationships. Additionally, seek out opportunities for growth that excite and challenge you. This could be in your career, personal life, or any area where you feel passionate. Pursuing these opportunities can reignite your sense of purpose and bring a new level of fulfillment to your life. Remember, your personal development is as important as the well-being of those you care about. By growing and evolving, you can offer more to the world, not less. Embrace the journey of self-improvement, and watch how it enhances every aspect of your life, including your capacity for kindness. 8. Facilitating manipulation. The eighth way that kindness can lead to self-sabotage is by making you more susceptible to manipulation. When your default mode is to be kind and accommodating, it can sometimes make it easier for others to take advantage of you. While kindness is a beautiful trait, it can be misused by those who see it as a weakness rather than a strength. Manipulative individuals often look for people who are overly giving and eager to please. They recognize that such people are less likely to assert their own needs and more likely to bend to the will of others. This can lead to a dynamic where your kindness is exploited, leaving you feeling used and unappreciated. One common scenario is when someone consistently asks for favors without reciprocating. You might find yourself doing more and more for them, hoping to help or to maintain harmony, only to realize that they rarely, if ever, return the favor. This creates a one-sided relationship where your kindness is drained without any mutual benefit. Another form of manipulation involves guilt-tripping. Manipulators might play on your sense of responsibility and compassion, making you feel guilty for setting boundaries or saying no. They might imply that you're being selfish or uncaring if you don't comply with their requests, even when those requests are unreasonable. Over time, this manipulation can lead to a significant emotional toll. You might start doubting your own judgment, feeling confused about your relationships, and experiencing a decrease in self-esteem. The constant need to placate others can leave you feeling exhausted and resentful, as your own needs and desires are consistently sidelined. To protect yourself from manipulation, it's crucial to develop strong boundaries. Clearly define what you are and are not willing to do, and stick to these limits. Communicate your boundaries assertively and don't be afraid to enforce them, even if it means facing some initial pushback. Cultivating self-awareness is also key. Pay attention to your feelings and instincts. If something feels off in a relationship or interaction, take the time to evaluate why that might be. Trusting your gut can often reveal when someone is attempting to manipulate your kindness. It's also important to surround yourself with people who respect and appreciate your kindness rather than exploit it. Seek out relationships that are based on mutual respect and reciprocity. These healthy connections will help you feel valued and supported, rather than drained and taken advantage of. Remember, being kind doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. True kindness involves self-respect and discernment. By being mindful of how your kindness is received and ensuring it's not misused, you can protect yourself from manipulation and maintain healthier, more balanced relationships. As we wrap up our exploration of the dark side of kindness, it's clear that while being kind is a virtue, it's important to practice it wisely. We've discussed 8 ways in which kindness can lead to self-sabotage: forgetting yourself, accepting the unacceptable, avoiding conflicts, overloading yourself, ignoring internal warnings, developing emotional dependence, avoiding self-development, and facilitating manipulation. Each of these points highlights the delicate balance required to be kind without compromising your own well-being. It's crucial to remember that true kindness starts with yourself. By setting healthy boundaries, listening to your inner voice, and prioritizing your own growth and needs, you can offer a more genuine and sustainable form of kindness to others. This balance not only protects you from the potential pitfalls we've discussed but also enhances the quality of your relationships and your overall happiness. Reflect on the points we've covered and consider how they apply to your own life. Are there areas where you've been overly accommodating or neglectful of your own needs? What steps can you take to ensure that your kindness doesn't lead to self-sabotage? Implementing these changes can transform your approach to kindness, making it a source of strength rather than a vulnerability. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive into the complexities of kindness. If you found this video helpful, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable insights and practical advice. And don't forget to check out the personal development guide mentioned earlier. It's available in the first comment pinned below and offers practical steps to help you navigate the challenges we've discussed, find inner peace, and achieve a balanced approach to kindness. I appreciate your time and engagement. Let's continue this journey together, embracing kindness in a way that honors both ourselves and others.